Test. Oh. Yo. Okay. So we back on. All right. Let me tell you something about this computer situation. You know what I mean? All these search engines, you know what I mean? If you're not on one, if your workstation is not on just one, right? And you're on somebody else's, some other company's workstation, and like I said, man, uh I'm humbled. Thank you. You know, I'm humbled by the platform that I'm on. I'm the RJ Dubave, you know what I'm saying, for the Rich Rocker Show. And there's a lot of you cats out there not recognizing, nor are you realizing when you watch this show, all I do is drop jewels. You know what I mean? But I noticed that a lot of you brothers and a lot of you sisters want to hear about Hollywood. You have an inquiry mind and you want to taste. You want to hear. You know, you want to hear about Scissor. Scissor is the bomb, son. And I look pretty good for a man in his, you know what I mean? I look pretty good. You know what I mean? Yeah, girl, I could have been your daddy now. No, I'm stopping. You know? But let's get to it. A lot of people are not doing video chats. A lot of people are not doing Skype, you know what I'm saying, on their smartphone. A lot of people are not doing that. Everybody's on YouTube now. You know, the most popular, you know what I'm saying, platform, you know what I'm saying, in this matrix. The most popular platform besides Twitter. They could ban me on Twitter. I don't give 2 cents about Twitter. Matter of fact, let's keep it 1,000. I never gave 2 cents. I didn't understand Twitter. You know, I tried. I try to pay attention, but it's like, oh, you can talk to your favorite star. I'm like, I don't want to talk to you. You're not my favorite star. You know what I mean? I don't want to, or your favorite politician. I don't want to talk to you. You know, just imagine me and Donald Trump once upon a time before we all knew who he really was. I mean, the Donald Trump that you know now is the Donald Trump from back then, but a lot of us probably did not recognize, we didn't recognize what? So what? I read Art of the Deal. Like, how many times have I read Art of the Deal? And that book made a lot of sense to me. You know? And then I had to recognize and realize, oh, oh, he's a supremacist. You know? And I was in 4th grade. You see, when you're from New York, there's advantages. There's advantages in New York that you really have to take advantage of, because there's so many brainiacs, so many brainiacs, they're so speed of light, they're so smart, so quick to adapt, but they're really not though. They're not that quick. And who are they that I'm talking about? You're not an American. I'm an American. All right. Let's keep it a $1.05. Let's keep it a $1.05. You're not an American. I'm an American. All right. And a lot of these cats, they didn't recognize, nor did they realize, you know. There's a few things I got to say before I really begin the show. Look, Troy Terrain, he's nearly 70 years old. I'm not Troy Terrain. Roland Martin, I don't like Roland Martin, but he has influence. All right, people with influential friends, right? People with influential friends. I have influential friends, but they're not Hollywood per se. You know, then you know, they're not Denzel Washington. They're not Will Smith. You know, and they're not Eddie Murphy. You know, no, but they're really not. You know, so some of my black friends went to Cornell University, Columbia University, you know, Fordham University. They all went to these pristine universities in New York because they wanted that position straight off the bat. I want that corner office and I want to make at least $1.3 million a year. And don't ask me why do I think I deserve that. Excuse me. You hired me to make your business better, right? If you hire me to do a job and because of me, your business is blossoming and flourishing and you know, you have to pay me. You know, you cannot put a dollar sign on my self-worth or my intellect. Because I can remember like it was yesterday. I saw Barack, right? And I was like, yo, Mr. President, what's up? Hey, how you doing? Oh, how you doing? So when you gonna be the president, man? Some skinny guy and whatnot. I said, yo, man, you look like you could be president. Says, don't worry, I got this. I'm like, all right, man, but one thing though, right? Are you Barack or Barry now? Because you know that's like having a split personality. You're like, I'm like, yo, for real. Now, I met you could meet everybody and anybody at any time in New York City. And I'm talking about people of influence walking around without no bodyguards, chilling, relaxing, you know, having lunch by the Central Park, you know, the popular section, you know, after they just, you know, turned it out for Good Morning America, you know, or you could see them right there in Times Square having their lunch, eating, and everybody's walking around them, and you don't see them. Shoot, I can remember like it was yesterday. May he rest in peace. JFK Jr. I was like, yo, what up, G? And he looked at me like, what's up? And I walked up to him, right? When the George magazine was popping. And I walked up to him and said, yo, man, I'm sorry, what happened to your pop, man? Tall, very handsome, bro. You know what I mean? And says, yo, what's going on? They had this building on 8th Avenue called Worldwide, and it said Worldwide, and it was a tall building, and it had a movie theater downstairs. They tried to have an icing ring right there, you know. So yeah, and now in 2023, where's my 2023? You know, and now in 2023, I look pretty good, you know what I mean? Don't I look great to be 90 years old? To be 90 years old and to be like me. I look, how about me being 120 and having all your faculties and you're 120. And like I had said on the other shows, liberalism does not exist. Liberalism is a state of mind. Liberalism is a state of tolerance. When I told you that, you know, you had emailed me Because you see, I don't put nothing on. You see it, right? So I use when you see me, I use this platform as Skype, video chat, until my partners, you know what I'm saying, write down a mission statement, et cetera, stating to the fact that after I get my how many hours, and then and then I subscribe and I do what I do, and you know what I mean, and you know. My boy told me straight up and down. That was funny. I was like, yo, I like that. What? You one of those bootleg celebrities? I like bootleg celebrity. Oh, YouTubers, bootleg celebrities. And I was like, all right. And they had me doing their thing, and I was like, okay, so you got me on this situation, and and they were like, but professor, there's one thing that you need to understand though. And I was like, well, what's that, young man? And I was waiting, right? I'm like, so what's that, young man? And he basically said, could you explain to me that theory that you was describing, and you lost me. It was over my head, but other people they were on it and they were talking about, and I was like, what theory is that? I mean, professor, for God's sakes, you had 75 kids in your class. True. And they understood where you was coming from. Because if you take an African, that's right, African history, you're not going to pass that class. I mean, 101s, the 101 class, the African 101 classes that we all supposed to know. There's 54 countries on the continent of Africa with at least 2,000 dialects, languages, blase, and what? And why did you take my class when you knew that, I wasn't going to let you just rock? You know what I'm saying? I wasn't just going to let you slide. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't just going to let you skate off with a B plus average. You know what I mean? Because I know you B plus. Hold on, B plus. Hold on. No B plus here. Where's my A? Matter of fact, A plus right now. Right now. I missed that kid. He was cool. And then he explained it to me. I was like, young man, I can see that you're really you really like Spike Lee. How old is Spike Lee now? 67, 69? And he hasn't had a hit since Suck My Cock? Right? So there's a lot of people that need to recognize and realize when you watch my show, the RJW, representing the Rich Rocker, you're going to have to recognize and realize when you listen and you pay attention to my train of thought, you're going to have to see the world for what it is. See the world for what it is, even though you have a negative opinion about everything and everyone around you. If you don't see yourself as a solution, then you are a problem. You cannot and you will not adapt to the problem. Problematic, a systematic, problematic. You will have to give yourself the opportunity to free your mind from traumatic devastating, sad, because now, as you and I can see, as you and I, we see the truth for what it is, and the truth will set you free. But if you cannot decipher what makes it true, when you notice that they were wrong, but what makes it true? What is truth? When you have no knowledge of self. What is the truth when you have no knowledge of self? When you cannot express to the powers that be why you did that crime. Why those will get away with crime. Got away with murder. I was watching it the other day. What was it, Friday? My peoples told me straight up, don't look at it. Because it's going to bring back certain things. And we're not marching. We're not doing that. You know, we don't roll like that. Like I said earlier, to me, when I was a pubescent adolescent, the epitome of alpha male, the epitome of the alpha male was Chuck D from Public Enemy. His words and the beats behind his words made, I was like, damn, Chuck D for president. Tupac for president, man. Anyway, right? But my point is, in today's society, if you cannot look within yourself to better understand yourself, how are you going to tell other people about themselves? You don't even know who you are, where you come from, and why you do the things that you do. You have no respect for yourself. And that is the reason why you are incarcerated for life. There is no coming back from what you did. And there will never be. Thank you. And regardless of how many times you sit across that man, he could go. No, that'll never happen. What was that movie with Robert Redford? Yeah, that one. We have to express ourselves the best way we know how, so we could, amongst ourselves, understand ourselves. Because that was a travesty for a young man to get beat down to death. And all you could hear him is yell out, "Mama!" And who murdered him? 5 black men in law enforcement. 5 black men in law enforcement. In Memphis, Tennessee, so it proves it right there. When you accumulate a narcissistic air of confidence, you obtain a certain amount of wealth in your air. your narcissistic air of confidence. Told you that you could get away with whatever. I am the law. I do whatever I want to do. I am the law. I say whatever I want to say. I am the law. But we don't believe in karma, don't we? Karma. Not Boy George's Karma Chameleon, but karma. Karma will come back and haunt you to the day that you die, because you're not getting away with this. Because at the end of the day, I know you want to make it a white and black thing, but it's not that. I know you want to make it a rich and poor thing, but it's not that. I know you want to make it a Barack Hussein Obama thing, but it's definitely not that. One day I want to see a woman run things for real, for real. You know, and tell China go eat, and tell China go suck a dick and go suck a dick and die. Shit like that, right? Can't wait to see stuff like that. Right? No. You know what it is. Power, privilege, connections. The power and the privilege, the connections, civil liberty, civil disobedience, civil rights. Do you know how many people graduated universities and still don't know the day, the month, or the year that black people were allowed to vote? I mean, we know when white women were allowed to vote, what, 1920? Right? It took black 30-something years when white women were allowed to vote. White women were allowed to vote 1920-something. Black folks, 1950-something. No, was it 19? No. So, to believe that you're clairvoyant and to believe that you have something within yourself that the world at large need to feed off. There is a generation gap. And I'm going to tell you right now, we need to sew that twat up. Sew it up. Stank it. The stinker stank. I see what you see. I hear what you hear. But your conclusion is not my conclusion. It's far from the way I perceive it. Everything. If New York is not the epicenter, the center of capitalism, the center of it all, there's other big cities. You know it's not Dubai. You know it's not in the Middle East. Capitalism, money. What makes the world go round? Money. And it's going to take a whole lot of money to set you free. I noticed that. We all noticed that. Everybody noticed it. That's why a lot of my friends were saying, watch, when the alphabet mafia rules the world, when they come out the closet and say, vote for me, let me be your leader. When a top and a bottom, when the bottom becomes president and the top becomes vice president, huh? You like that, right? You like that, right? Look, it affects us all. The nonsense that's going on right now. For God's sakes, back then, we were caught up. The brothers were like, yo, that's chemical warfare. We's about to die. In New York alone, hundreds of thousands died because the body chemistry, right, couldn't fight off that plague. Knew nothing about nothing because it leads to nothing. While they sit right there in their labs creating diseases to see what could fight off a disease. That's their job. Yeah. So me, when you see this show on my platform that I'm grateful to have because I did buy me a laptop, that I'm grateful to have because I do pay my bills, that I'm grateful to have because I do have electricity. It's a lie, y'all. You have to allow yourself to recognize and to open up your eyes. Now, here you have sons and daughters over 21 driving. You can't stop me. I'm driving and I'm high. Get away. Be about your business. Leave me alone. You're jealous. You're jealous. You cannot put, you know what I'm saying, one against the other, talking about, oh, that's a gateway drug, to when everybody who's smart enough to recognize and to realize that those properties from those chemical properties that they had taken from opium and all this, so they could open up your mama, open up your granddaddies to take out and sew them up. A few women told me, hold up, that's a lie. I felt all of that. I wasn't knocked out. I felt the pain. I felt them opening up my body. I felt them sticking that needle in me, and it hurt. And the only thing that medicine did was stop me from yelling, ah! Ah! That's all that medicine did. That medicine, right? When you was shooting up, you know what you was shooting up? You know what they use that? You know what they use that medicine for? The one that you Now, what is it now? Percocet. Perk what? Opiates. Opiate what? How about that LSD? So here you are. You have laptop. You have smartphones. You have television. You have all of this, but you would rather pay attention to what? The most lethal nonsense of it all. And that's what you rather pay attention to. Why? Alpha males are being murdered every day by beta men, by betas. Thank you. Here was a story, 32 years old, Crip, Bitcoin, crypto technology and whatnot. A search, someplace where they store heat and people buying into it. And boom, if you put in real money, now you have that, your real money with Bitcoin. You could use Bitcoin because you invested real money into Bitcoin. And being that you invested real money into Bitcoin, now, you know what I'm saying? It's like what? What you talking about? Like with the euro dollar? Then they try something like that. Well, like, look, man, we have one currency. It's a traveler's check. And a lot of other countries say, yo, man, enough with that. That doesn't make sense. It makes perfect sense, right? If they express it to you the way that you want it to be, if they express it to you the way that you and I want it to be heard, you and I. And I notice nobody's really trying to subscribe to my train of thought. Why? Because my train of thought, because of my complexion of my skin, we don't want to do those things. We stopped doing that many millenniums ago. Many millenniums ago. 5 black men in law enforcement. Do you know how many brothers and sisters, are college graduates? Speak way better English than I. And they sound French, right? Don't they sound French? You know what I mean? Like, they sound like they speak. I'm like, damn, where they come from, right? Monolithic. Betas killing alphas like it ain't no thing. Woo! Pow! Pow! Yo, nigga, come here. Woo! Pow! Hey, gay guy, come here. Woo! Woo! This is the world that we want to leave the kids, huh? To wipe our asses, huh? This is the world that we want to give the kids, huh? Oh, and then they're talking about debt. What debt? Start at zero and what debt? And You're neither Republican, you're neither Democrat. Matter of fact, you have no affiliations to any kind of political party. You understand me, boy? If any of us actually read Othello by William Shakespeare in the 1500s and what, why is William Shakespeare considered the greatest writer of all times? Why is the King James Version is, you know? And why was Gunsmoke when you're a little boy and you go into grandma's house and her whole cribs has bad breath odor to it, but they love Gunsmoke? And I'm like, Gunsmoke? Bonanza? Bonanza, Gunsmoke, and all, you know. It's like a mile, it's like a museum going to these, and they still have those cribs, those houses. And then you go down south, it's even worse down south because there's a lot of college educated brothers, but there's certain areas where you can't go there. What? You can't go there. I don't care how clean, pristine. That's a ghetto right there. How's that a ghetto? Explain that to me. Why is that a ghetto? Look how pristine and clean. No. Okay. Right? Oh, you can't go there. Why? That's where they live, man. What? That's where they live. And who's the day? Law enforcement neighborhoods. Oh, like Massapequa. Gated communities. Gated communities and whatnot. We got to open our eyes, man. New York wasn't having it. It's like, yo, were you marching with us today? Like, bro, man, didn't I march with you under the Wall Street occupation? How soon we forget, and that was just like a few years ago to me. What, 2011, 2012? All right, what, 2011, 2012, what, 12 years ago? So that didn't make sense either. You see, you understand me? So our frame of thought, our frame of mind is caught up. You cannot grow mentally and physically strong without knowing a struggle. Without going to a movie, no. The struggle. It's football. How much did those diapers cost? Do you remember? How about titty milk? Milk from the breast. I was watching, and that was interesting. I say, finally, something that I could, okay. But the way they edited, I was like, nah, that's not how it go. The mother was, she had, I'm the brother who came over like called the monster. And what? The monster, she had the monster. Immune deficiency. But somehow the immune deficiency went this way and the breast milk stayed pure. But the mother had the baby and the baby did not have AIDS, did not have the monster. And I was like, wow, that's something else. That's something else. Huh? What? And you talking about germ warfare. But the mother did not have the monster. The baby came out clean. quote unquote. And here you and I, we fight amongst ourselves every day because it's fun. It's fun. Because it's fun. What's fun? What's fun? What's fun? What's fun? Tell me. We make sense out of nonsense, right? Look at this bottle right here, for example. This is $20. When water's $20, when this size right here becomes $20, as a matter of fact, wait, you go on cruises and stuff like that there, and pack of cigarettes cost $100, right? Boom. When water becomes, because it has all the, it's supposed all that chlorine inside of it and whatever, and then like what? All that in agua, por favor. When you watch the RJW, when you watch me do my thing, when you watch me put you in your place, make you pick up a book, make you open up your laptop and do the research, make you memorize the square root of this and that and the third. And when you sign your name on that dotted line, and when you subscribe to me, you know it's not going to be about nonsense. But if you can't get it, then you didn't want it. You understand me? If you can't get it, then you did not want it. Because the truth hurt you, but set them free. It confused you, but they're walking away. They're going home. And they will not be chastised. They have no worries. People are still around them protecting them from murdering that young man. That young man that yelled out, "Mama! They're killing me!" So when you watch my show, love it. Here I am. I was thinking, oh, snap, hip hop is going to be 50 years old. I look great for 47, 46. Alphas are true betas. And here's a woman, she was on here for almost 8 hours. She didn't care. Boom, and I like that. I like that. Ah, and she rocked, right? Did she rock? Boom. Her and everybody's on, and everybody, video chatting, Zoom, on her channel. And there she's right there in the corner. And you're like, what you mean? What? And she's like, and the channel's going ping pong ping. I like her. Right? But everybody was like, yo, hold up. Why are you using your daughter? You're using your daughter. She can't see. Your daughter's blind. She's paraplegic. And you put your daughter right there. Something wrong with it, huh? Mm-hmm. I'm like, oh man. But you love her show. You love her show. How about the other one that owes? So the other one that what's her name? Takasha. You know what I mean? Owing Cardi B $4 million with her sensitive. You know what I mean? But see who she married, right? Look how dark and handsome homeboy is. And look how gorgeous her daughters are. And look how she fell off. So let's just hope and pray that, yo, I hope she saves some money. You know? And how about Whitney Williams? Ooh, Whitney Williams. My God. Mm-mm. But we always like, what Calvin gonna say? All right. Right. Because you can't feed off that lady no more. They claim that they're protecting her money. They claim that they're protecting her money. So where'd that come from? Wells Fargo? Mm-mm. They claim that this bank also is robbing y'all blind. Why? Because something had happened and boop, that money's gone. And now they got to, their salaries are gone. For God's sakes, man. And you can't watch me? You don't want to recognize to realize, brother. I come from good stock. And when I say I come from good stock, matter of fact, I still drink private stock. Like this. I don't want a Rolls Royce. I want a Bugatti. Testarossa. Pew, pew. I want to buy islands. And I don't want to have sex with children. That's another, you know what I'm saying? That's another thing. The calculation. Here you have your favorite star claiming that she was better than Michael Jackson. You can't. It's like, what? You're going to try to murder me because that's your favorite star? That's the, what was that? That's the 40s, the 50s, and the 40s and whatnot. What would you say about my star? No, I don't remember what Elvis Presley died in August of 1977. August something in August 77. A pill popper. I'm caught in a trap. I can't walk out because I loved you too much, baby. We can't hold on together with suspicious minds. We can't hold on together, suspicious mind. Don't you know that? Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun. Baby. If I rule the world. Love up, to live up, to live up, and to love up. You have to live up. You have to have a code. You have to have standards. You have to have, even though, everybody, but everybody, not true, man. That's not true. Not everybody, no, that's not true. Not everybody, look, you know, all right, so look, why horror movies is like, what? You trying to tell me that horror movies is $1 trillion industry? Prove that. Please. Prove that. Prove me right. Prove me wrong. I mean, an industry within an industry holding you back because you're black. An industry within an industry holding you back because you're black. Baby. So you keep on watching the RJW do his thing. Represent, represent. And these are the people that had my back. So you keep on watching the RJW do his thing on, you know what I mean, on the Rich Rocker channel, platform, whatever. You know? And what is this right now with today's artists and whatnot? What is this tattoo thing? You know what I'm saying? Don't you want jobs? Because no, real talk, hold up. Real talk, hold up. Not how many of you kids truly and undoubtedly believe you're going to be a star? That's not one of the problems of America. In a democracy, right? That's not one of the issues. That's not our main issue here. Everybody wants to be a star. So what? You can shine. Who doesn't want to shine? So because you know you're going to be star, you're going to put all that tattoo right here. Handsome young man, what? You trying to, you know what I'm saying, a beautiful young lady. You know what I'm saying? Handsome young man. I'm like, man. And some girls, this is where I got shot. This is where I got shot. Put the tattoo right here, man. This is where I got shot. Hide that. Yeah, this is where they put the yeah, this is where I got shot. Put the tattoo right. Yeah, put the tattoo right over here where I got shot. Yeah, right over here. This is why I got shot. Put the tattoo right. You know? And how about the girls? You blew her back out. She couldn't walk for days. Swollen all up inside of her. She was like, "Ooh, I can't." She's like, "Ooh." Right, brothers, right. Cool. Fuck you, that was funny. Right. How many perks she has to pop to feel gorgeous again? To feel gorgeous again, right? So here it is. Othello, Paul Robeson, Denzel Washington, Lawrence Fishburne, James Earl Jones. These 4 black men that I remember. Paul Robeson, they extradited him out of the United States. One of the smartest men on this planet extradited him out. I was like, wow. Will Smith never played Othello. I'm waiting to see Will Smith play Othello. America's favorite actor? Wasn't it Will Smith? Isn't it Will Smith? How the tables have turned. James Earl Jones, Othello. You remember Othello? The game. Not Uno. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9. 9 to 9. Hay 9.9. No. How about, I love this though, right? They all up on our tip, right? You know, the Puerto Rican black girls. Whoo, you people are really something else, man. I can remember like it was yesterday. And matter of fact, Puerto Ricans and Dominicans get married. Ay, Torino, Patila, Fontana, ay, Boricua, man. No Dominican, man. No fucking Punta nigga, man. No fucking. Welcome to La Familia. Fuck you, man. How about the Koreans? Korea, North Korea, South Korea. And what do Americans do? Asians. Fucking shit, man. Right? Why do I do that? There's a lot for us to say, and there's a lot for us to do. You and me. Just us. Loving the show, digging the show, smoking weed to my show. See? No more power. You know? Some of the best show, power. Better than, you know, or what nighttime drama. Caucasians is real. I was like, wow, man, y'all really stuck on that, right? Still stuck on stupid. But it's coming back. 50 years of hip hop, y'all. So count on me. If you feeling me, I mean, 347 555 999 zip Zanero. This is the RJ Dubove. If you didn't pick up on what I said, then you did not understand yourself, Joe Buttons.